evening. I am going to make one of our taste bud recipes, and it is called pasta skillet with pepperoni. And in the taste buds, it came with our everything but the pizza seasoning, which is brand new. So it's everything but the pizza. So taste buds is our 1 month, 3 month, or 6 month subscription service to 3 recipes and 3 huge different spices and seasonings. So if you want to try them, you're not sure, this one is everything but the pizza. Comes with 3 fun recipes once a month. It's meatball pizza, chicken cacciatore. So if you're in a recipe rut, you can try our taste bud subscription. It comes to your door, and 3 big packages. And also lots more about taste buds, but this is a taste buds recipe. So I wanted to do a quick, before I get going with the recipe, our cookware is back, and our cookware this is our 8-inch skillet. So I'm heating up in our 12-inch skillet. Notice, this was in People magazine this month for having the most compact cookware. So yes, it comes off, and you can store the handles on the 12-inch skillet. We're gonna make the pasta in the 12-inch skillet. It's also going to be, your 12-inch skillet is one of my favorites for putting in 18 eggs, 12 to 18 eggs, popping it in the oven and flipping it over, because our nonstick cookware is so amazing that it pops right out. But anyway, I get very excited about it. It also fits in our deluxe air fryer, and our cookware is oven safe to 480 degrees as long as you have the handle off. But here's my trick. I'm just gonna put in here this ice cube. I do this at my cooking parties. This ice cube is gonna show you that our cookware has a very, very thin, this has not been on the oven or any heat source. Very, very thin sides and very, very thick bottom. I can go into all the things about the metal that it's made of, but it won't warp. And we're just gonna watch this melt as I do the demo. And you can see why you can put your chicken that you forget to defrost on it. It's totally melting. So and remember, this has not been on any heat source. So we'll come back to that. So this is the skillet. Oh my goodness, if you don't have a big skillet, cook once, eat all week. I'm gonna heat that oil in here for our pepperoni pasta skillet. It's got a glass lid. And I cooked our pasta for this recipe in our pot here, the big pot. And as it was going, I put the boil over no more. So the boil over no more does that. It flops and flops and flops, and you can go do whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about it boiling over. It's also a trivet and a splatter screen. So I've got my pasta, as I'm cooking the oil, cooked in, well, in our stainless mixing bowl, in our stainless steel colander set. So this is great. The middle one is great for a box of pasta, great for berries, 2 pounds of pasta. Great wedding gift, because everybody needs a good set of stainless colanders, and they have a nice thing that's lifted off the counter, or you put them in the sink. So I've got my pasta cooked here, just about under 1 minute. This is heating up, my oil. And I'm going to show you now our awesome rapid prep mandolin. So Pampered Chef has come out with a rapid prep mandolin, and it sticks to your counter. Ooh. So I've started with my onions, and basically this, I'm gonna get some light on it here. Basically, we're going to just do peppers, onions, and this contraption is so cool because it locks, this comes out, and all I'm going to be using tonight is basically the rapid prep mandolin. It's got a set on the back, but let's just go. Wow, so I did an onion, and it prepped it very quickly. The second thing, as that's kind of coming to a boil, coming to a simmer here, we are going to put these in. Now look at that. In seconds, I did some chopped onions. It's gonna go in. Everybody needs a good scraper. So we're gonna have this. The next thing I'm gonna put in for this pasta, pepperoni skillet pasta, is peppers. That's just gonna go in there. So our peppers, there's a couple of different ways that I am going to cut the peppers. So I wanted to show you the quick slice because the quick slice is like that. I got my pepper in and boom. So if you like things perfectly sliced quickly, you're gonna want the quick slice. It says, you know, to chop them. So when I dice, I could use this and just kind of put them the other way and boom, we're good to go. Getting that in there. You can also use the manual food processor, which we're going to use with our tomatoes. Or you can just use, you know, a good knife. So we've got color-coded knives and we've got forged cutlery. Color-coded knives are easy release. I'm going to use this one, the serrated, which I love on my tomatoes because they won't roll away from you because it's got that nice serrated blade. So I'm just going to do the rest of my peppers. I could use the food chopper, so many things, but oops, got one stuck here. So as I'm cutting these, with this pasta skillet dish, you can do it however you want. You can choose to do no peppers, you can do red peppers, but the point is you're making a nice big hearty pasta dish, and I'm excited to try our everything but the pizza seasoning. But think about when you're doing the quick slice like I am. I don't know why it's not light, I'm sorry. You can do your hard-boiled eggs. Your pats of butter are great for the quick slice. You know, you want to make them even. Anything you want to make even. So you're going to put the peppers and onions and about 3 to 4 minutes or until your onions are translucent. They're in the big skillet, cooking away. Woohoo! Flung away for me. Then, what I've also prepped is I'm going to show you, oops, bing, 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 bing. I'm going to show you that I also used, oh, so this Rapid Prep mandolin, as you saw, was amazing for onions. You can also, it stores, it folds down. We're gonna move that to the side. So, like I said, this recipe has onions, peppers, are everything but the pizza. I did 1.5 cups of the pasta water reserve because we're gonna put that in the sauce. It is 1/2 cup of, 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And now let's go do the tomatoes because, oh, I'm sorry, we're not gonna do the tomatoes. We are going to do our pepperoni. So I prepared the pepperoni and you just cut it in half. We have a new digital scale, which is really nice if you're, you know, measuring. So it's about 3 ounces of pepperoni. So I'm going to add the pepperoni slices now because they're kind of done. Boop. I love this. So slender, it fits anywhere. You can throw it in your bag if you're doing any kind of, you know, healthy eating where you want to bring with you. As for me, it stays up in my counter, up in my drawer. So we've got the onions, the peppers. You're gonna cook the pepperoni until it's fragrant. And this is pretty simple because we are literally mixing that around in our wonderful large skillet that is also oven safe. And then I've got my tomatoes. So you need 2 plum tomatoes. I've already used the manual food processor and put it in a prep bowl for 1. Number 2, and I would probably put my green peppers in this as well, instead of the quick slice, but I wanted to just show the quick slice. So I've got my beautiful, wonderful thing here. You can also put this in the Rapid Prep mandolin, but I'm just going to show you the manual food processor because you're going to make your avocados in here, your guacamole in here. You're going to make your dips. You're going to make just regular onions and peppers. You're going to process so many things, even cookie dough, croutons, Oreo cookies. And it's compact. You're going to make your fresh salsa. Just going to give this a little smushy here. Pretty fragrant. Smelling good. These are our newer pasta tongs. So they are the same gist as, actually they're brand new, as, you know, you're just gonna go like this and then you close it and then they don't go in your drawer, right? So, and they've got the little scallops here for pasta. as opposed to our regular large and small tongs. Okay, so we're doing them at the things here. I'm gonna put this in here. Everybody needs a little scraper. Now, since the pepperoni, and I substituted it with our turkey pepperoni, which is fine. Again, this is taste buds, so you can do change up that gives you all kinds of stuff. It would come with the seasoning. So the next step for this recipe, the pasta skillet with pepperoni, we've got our onions, our peppers, use the rapid prep mandolin. We've got our turkey pepperoni in here, and our pasta is already cooked. So the next thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna add a cup of that reserved pasta water, okay, right here, just a cup. And this is a silicone prep bowl, so this is great for melting butter, you know, any kind of chocolate. So I'm gonna pour a cup of that, okay, and you're gonna save about a quarter cup. I'm gonna put the heavy cream, so just about a quarter cup, right in. And then a tablespoon of our everything but the pizza. So this is a pasta skillet meal, but it's gonna have everything but the pizza. So this has got some garlic, some paprika, dehydrated onion, garlic, tomato. And a tip, if you don't know, with Pampered Chef, a top of your seasoning is a tablespoon. So this calls for, it smells so good. So this calls for 3 tablespoons. 1. I could also use our adjustable measuring spoons, but 2, 3. So this is gonna give the flavor. Okay, so we've got that going in here. So once we add this, now I'm just going to bring it to a little bit of a simmer. So you can see it's kind of like a little creamy alla vodka sauce. It's got the pepperoni, the big skillet, and it's gonna come to a simmer. And then after that, all I'm going to do is stir in our cooked pasta, some Parm cheese, and the tomato. And I will tell you that I did a whole block of Parmesan cheese in our deluxe cooking blender, and I will share that video as well in the deluxe cooking blender. So this is definitely simmering right away. It's nice and hot. I'm gonna put in our cooked pasta. It calls for 8 ounces. I did 16, you know, what have you, pour it in. Maybe I should have only done 8. So I'm gonna put this in, and think about it, when you cook in batches, this is a huge portion. So if you cook for more than, you know, 2 or 4 people, you will definitely have leftovers. I mean, you probably won't have leftovers, but if you cook for less, then you may probably will have leftovers. So we've got that in, and then I'm gonna add just about the Parmesan, the tomatoes. We're gonna turn up the heat a little bit. You're gonna add the tomatoes right into that. So it's pepperoni, onions, peppers, everything but the Parmesan cheese is about a cup. I mean, I'm not real big on measuring, so you can either go light or heavy on the Parm, whatever you want. But I know this is fresh. It's not coming from that green can. And it took me about 20 seconds. I've also got some basil that I'm gonna add. You can add sliced olives. We have our cherry and olive pitter that's back now. So then this is all gonna come together, and you want to add that additional pasta water if it seems like the sauce isn't sticking to it. So you're gonna whip it around here, and that's it. So delicious skillet pepperoni with everything but the pizza. You're gonna love the flavor. I would probably take my shears, put some basil over it, and you can put any kind of topping that you want. You know, you can take out the pepperoni. So that is, and you can make it look beautiful, of course, when we add our little basil pieces. So long story short, there you go. Delicious. It smells so good in my kitchen. Have a great night. Coming to a kitchen near you.